Jesse Regan. He is going to come up here and share some Facebook tips.
Looks like my screen at home. All right, well, while they're trying to find the slides on there, I'll just tell you a little bit about myself, make sure I'm not blocking it. My name's Jesse Regan. I run a site called Social Team Builder. I recognize a few faces in here, including Danielle over there and Trip. But the one thing I've done is I've been able to, lucky enough to have been working with over 1,000 coaches now on social media, on Facebook, and teaching people how to be more vulnerable and just teaching them how to get their brand out there. Because one thing people need to be reminded about as we move forward is that you guys don't work for Beachbody. You work for yourselves. You work with Beachbody, building yourself and building your team. So as we move forward, I'm going to show you guys some really easy tips anybody can do to build your like page up, get more engagement and stuff like that. We go over a lot of this in the training itself, but I want this to be something anybody can take away from. And I don't know if there's going to be time for questions at the end, but afterwards, if you guys want to message me or anything, just look up Social Team Builder on Facebook in the search bar, and my like page should pop right up in there. Anybody can shoot me any questions. I get back to people pretty quickly. All right, so this one you can see here, it's top 10 ways to get more engagement. And then just click, everyone just kind of floats up. All right, so the first thing you want to remember is always think about who you're speaking to. So it's kind of like, you guys have heard of the avatar. It's really just remembering and putting some thought behind what you are actually writing in your posts. You know, I want you guys to actually take the time to just click through as I talk. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so like this is kind of like an avatar, just an imaginary person. Remember that you are speaking to a real person on Facebook. So don't just go through and try to blast all your posts through and say, oh, I'm done, I did my 3 to 5 today. I want you to actually take the time and put some thought behind it. Okay. Next, I want you to remember this. On Facebook, a lot of people, I can go to a lot of your pages right now, and if it looks like a big old Pinterest board, you're doing it wrong. I want to see your face on it. It's called Facebook for a reason. So don't go through and grab a bunch of quotes and then think it's okay and you're all done. Here's a good example. She's in my training. Her name's Jenny Ryerson. You guys should go to her page and get ideas from her because she's fantastic. There's my daughter too. Sharing children is a great thing. Putting your face on there with the quote. If you have a really killer quote that you think will make an impact, put it on there. There's a ton of apps like the Rona app and Watermark, and there's a few other ones. If you just Google it, you can get a bunch of really good apps for your phone. I did it right on there. Also, you could go to canva.com, canva.com, or picmonkey.com, picmoney.com. You can edit pics easily, it's free. Stuff like that is really easy. Sharing your story and being vulnerable. You saw 3 good examples right here tonight, or today, with Jessica and Jenny and Tanner telling their story and just being real. That's what you want. Here's another gal in the training, Jessica Burr. She is very good. She's got a really good transformation story. Being vulnerable, being real. That's all you need to worry about. You don't need to try to be something you're not. Just get good at telling your story. And you can do it in many ways. She talks about her transformation in so many different ways and makes a new impact every single time. So being vulnerable is a good thing. And you can see here, I'll just click over to it, you can see here in the next slide, that's being real. She happens to live in Pueblo, actually. I'm sorry she couldn't make it here. But that's being real. You know what this does for her? It gets a ton of conversations going. How many women can identify with something like that? She has 4 kids. That makes an impact. She's not trying to be perfect. She's not trying to be something she's not. She's being real. She's being who she is. And it's working. This isn't a big surprise, but Facebook loves video. Most people probably know this already, but Facebook wants to be the next YouTube. They don't necessarily want you taking YouTube links and putting them on Facebook. My wife does a ton of videos. This is her page, and by the way, you don't have to be perfect. There's our dog running around in the background. This one here, she has 344 likes, I don't know, a ton of comments. You can click on the next one. This is an example of another video. That reached 152,000 people, 43,000 views, over a thousand shares, and a lot of comments. That's all organic. Anybody can do this. You don't have to be anything special. It just takes consistency in taking your message and matching it up to the marketplace that you're speaking to. This is one that happened to go viral in our group. That was seen by over 10 million people. She added 118,000 likes in about 2 weeks, organically. That's not normal, by the way, but it can happen. Developing your brand. You can see, now I'll show you guys some examples. I mentioned some apps like the Rona app and stuff. You can see here, the point of having a brand is so that people will recognize you and remember you when they see you, because Facebook is busy. There's a lot going on there. And when you can consistently keep your pictures and your face and the font and the colors you use, you can see here in this one. Let's click one more time for me. Like with Jessie Burr here. See the colors and the fonts, and then you can see over here in her pictures. You can recognize her. Her face is all over there, and she uses that style. We can go to the next one. I just have a couple of quick examples. Jenny Ryerson, this is another one. Really good at just matching up her style, where you can look at her pictures now, and you can see the cohesiveness. You can tell that's her. It's really easy to do. It just takes a few extra minutes of putting in the time to make sure that your face is on there. If I go and I see those 9 pictures, and if it looks like a Pinterest board, you're doing it wrong. I want to see your picture on there. I want to see your face. I want to know who you are. That's what builds a team. Kelsey's another great example. Kelsey Winter. If you go and look at her page, you can see she talks about her family a lot. She has her style there. That works for her. She's fantastic at branding. All right, so this one seems counterintuitive to a lot of people, but sharing other people's content. A lot of people get worried, and this is a scarcity mindset that a lot of people have when they start out. Well, if I share someone else's content, they're gonna steal my team or my new potential coach. Couldn't be more further from the truth. My wife shared this one here, which is a yoga one I think with a little girl in there. 838 likes, tons of comments. The goal here is not to, if you're providing real value and you're sharing something that's cool or fun, you're gonna get conversations. Your goal should not be worrying about how many challenge packs you sell or who's signing up on your team. Your goal should be to meet new people. This is relationship marketing. So you're building your relationships and connecting with others. That's all you want to worry about. This is Alexis Whalen. She's a superstar. She's up in Denver. If you don't know her, get to know her. But this was just an example of her sharing something, nothing to do with fitness. It was just some weird, what's your thumbprint look like type deal. And it went viral for her. She got a ton of conversations going and meeting new people. Again, that's the main goal you guys should have is how can I help others? What value can I provide for someone else on here? That's what will build your reputation. And a fantastic way to do that is by simply asking your fans what they like. Doing a comparison photo. You guys have probably seen these before. Here's Marissa Meyer. She's in the training. She's a diamond coach. She just posted that. Which picture do you guys like the best? It got hundreds of comments. Just a way to engage your fan base, let them get to know who you are, and ask questions, and then it makes them feel like they're a part of your group. It makes them feel like they're, in something. Here's my wife. She asked this question. She's a life coach. She does a lot of high-end coaching. She asked, well, which necklace do you like better? And it got hundreds of comments. Just meeting new people, that's all it is. It's engaging your audience. It's just an easy way to ask someone's opinion. Now this one seems obvious, but a lot of people don't follow. posting 3 to 5 times a day. And you can see on here, it's really easy to post 3 to 5 times a day. All you need to do is go on, you can take even once a week and schedule your posts. All you have to do is hit that little schedule button and schedule them. Put some thought behind what you're saying though. It's important because this is your message, you guys. This is what you are getting out to people. So put some thought behind it. And take the time. My wife does like a lot of her posts like once a week. I think we have over 50,000 fans now. Once a week, and really, schedule your posts. Now you can do a lot. So these are all of her scheduled posts. But she sits down and every one of these has been thought about. So don't just put, oh, I like this, and then hit, just put a picture with it. Actually say, what does that mean to you? That's what makes the difference. And you can see over here too. This is your insights in your fan page. I don't know if you guys have used this. But you can see at the top kind of how, what reach you're getting, stuff like that. But go down, and this is something that a lot of people do not do. Look at your old posts. Go back a few months and reuse them. No one's going to go on your fan page and look and see what you were doing in January.